Okay, Assalamualaikum, salam sejahtera, kewalaipe tachahau, vanakkam. Yang saya hormati saudara Rafizi Ramli yang sedang mingle dengan crowd. Seterusnya kepada semua hadirin dan hadirat yang kita raikan, para penyumbang, the donors who have contributed to the dinner today. Thank you, terima kasih, tepukan yang gemuruh kepada semua. Saya dan Rafizi dan juga tim yang bekerja keras untuk makan malam pada malam ini, kita minta maaf sebab kami masih lagi bekerja ikut time zone Johor. Kan? Sebab kami menghabiskan masa beberapa hari ini untuk berada di Johor kerana tidak beberapa lama selepas kami tubuhkan Parti Bersama, tiba-tiba MB Johor membubarkan sidang DUN untuk membolehkan pilihan raya negeri diadakan. Kalau seorang ibu yang baru melahirkan anak, dia baru habis pantang. 40 days, now it's just 40 days plus, kita kena masuk dalam pilihan raya negeri sulung. Bukan satu kerja yang mudah, it is not an easy feat. Tetapi dalam survei yang dilakukan, mungkin nanti saudara Rafizi akan sebut, dalam banyak-banyak negeri yang ada, of all the states, pengundi Johor, tidak kira Melayu, Cina, India, mereka yang paling menginginkan parti baharu dalam pilihan raya. They want a different party. Do you know what the biggest problem in Malaysian politics today is? There are two main problems. One is that for many Malaysians, they do not have a party that they really love, yang mereka betul-betul suka dan sokong. Bayangkan kalau kita tengah tengok bola sekarang World Cup. Rafizi dia nasib baik sikit sebab dia sokong Bosnia. Bosnia pun sebenarnya lalang jugalah kan, sebab Bosnia jarang, ni first time masuk World Cup. But anyway, Rafizi has a team that he supports, which is Bosnia. Tetapi saya dari dulu saya support Itali. Itali kalah dengan Bosnia in the playoff, so Itali tak masuk World Cup. When you choose a team in football, you choose a team that you like. Unless you're Tengku Zafro lah, that one I don't know. But for most people, you choose a team that you really support, that you like. You like the manager, you like the player, you like how they play. I'm a Liverpool fan, I like Klopp, I like gegenpressing. That's normal, right? Tetapi dalam politik Malaysia pada hari ini, orang kebanyakannya kalau ditanya, mereka akan kata, saya sokong ini supaya tak nak parti satu lagi menang. Okay? Dia kata, I tak nak PAS menang, maka saya sokong Pakatan Harapan. I tak nak Barisan Nasional, I sokong Perikatan Nasional. Tapi Perikatan Nasional sekarang tengah confused sikit lah. Dia tengah in a confused state. But the fact of the matter is, tak ramai orang vote out of conviction, vote out of hope atau vote out of love. Dan paling teruk kesan dia, saudara-saudara, ialah kepada pengundi muda. The Gen Zs. Kita dulu pindah perlembagaan untuk membolehkan rakyat Malaysia berusia 18 tahun mengundi. Tetapi mereka yang dalam kohort itu, they don't know who to choose. They don't know who to vote. Sebab bila kita berkempen, kita serang antara satu sama lain. We criticize as if that is the biggest enemy of the state. But the moment the results come out, then we end up going to bed together. And then, worse, to me, kita faham, of course last election, and kita semua, we were part of it. Sebab kami, we know that there were no numbers after the election. Tetapi, kita merasakan, kita buat satu kerajaan, but we know that this is a one-term thing, then we go our ways and we fight in the election again. That was what should have happened. Tetapi apa yang berlaku sebaliknya, saudara-saudari, is that some people in the government thought that they wanted to go on and on as this Madani government. And as a result, mereka tidak membuat agenda reformasi yang mereka janjikan. Sebab nak jaga hati parti yang satu lagi. Walaupun parti yang satu lagi tidak kisah pun pasal kita. And that is what we are seeing right now. Rakyat biasa yang mengundi. Kalau kita ingat 2018, the ordinary Malaysians. I know my friends working in Singapore, they were members of one of the clubs kat sana, the golf club ke apa. Dan mereka kumpul duit nak bagi the part-time Malaysian workers cuti balik Malaysia untuk mengundi. Kita ada kisah seorang di Houston pergi airport nak cari orang. Houston this is not London, this is not Dubai. Houston, no direct flight to KL. So that dia punya undi awal itu boleh sampai ke Malaysia. Semata-mata nak bagi undi mereka dapat mengubah kerajaan so that their vote count. But if things continue the same, I don't think we will see that same enthusiasm this election. We won't see that same energy because they don't see hope. They don't see an option. Sebab itu, saudara-saudara, saya dan Rafizi, we took this decision to take over this party bersama, a party that already exists. We didn't even change the name. A party that Hamzah actually was interested in. And we cannot match him for his money lah. Tetapi we, thanks to Mr. Tan, dia bagi sokongan kepada kita. He liked what we wanted to do. And as fate would have it, Parti Bersama, we are building something new to give hope to the Malaysian voters and to the Malaysian public. Ramai yang gelakkan kita. Ya, tadi penamaan calon. Ya, penamaan calon we know. People will gather ramai-ramai. Okay lah, you know. But I think the most happy thing for me is that all calon bersama lepas the technical requirement. Itu paling penting. Kan? We may not have a sea of yellow yet. But the most important thing, we choose seats which we think are strategic. We choose seats which we think we have a chance to give a good fight. How far the fight will be, adakah kita boleh buat satu kejutan? We wait and see. But we will give our all. Because we want to show Parti Bersama, and we are taking this route yang mana Parti Bersama masuk declaring that we are not going to be part of any coalition. And kalau we win 15, we are contesting 15 seats. We don't know. Katakanlah, okay, best case kita menang 3-4 kerusi. So, katakanlah best case kita menang 3-4 kerusi lah. And katakanlah tidak ada gap untuk membentuk kerajaan, we will still not be part of the government. That is our declaration. Yeah. Itu best case lah. Sebab apa? Sebab yang paling penting ialah bukan kuasa. Kuasa penting, tetapi kuasa itu penting untuk kita buat sesuatu. Bukan untuk gaji, bukan untuk jawatan, bukan untuk pangkat. Tetapi to have the power to make a difference in society. In fact, we have shown when we were MPs with some of our friends, Wong Chen included, with some of our other friends, who are still for now light blue in color, we have shown that when we 10 of us, we could speak up about the judiciary. We could speak up about the reforms on the separation of Attorney General and Public Prosecutor in a way that the opposition, 74 MPs, cannot. We took a principled stand and we could force the government to make changes. Jadi soalnya bukan kita dalam kerajaan atau di luar kerajaan. Soalnya adalah kita nak membuat satu perubahan untuk rakyat. That is the most important thing. Jadi saudara-saudara, saya ucapkan terima kasih for you have given faith and support to us. And you know what's the most amazing thing bagi Parti Bersama? The vast majority yang kita dapat sejak penubuhan kita pada bermula 17 Mei 2026, vast majority of our contribution is RM20 per person, the membership fee. RM20. Kalau budak-budak sekarang nak minum kopi, RM20 pun dah tak cukup. Kan? But based on that RM20, a lot of ordinary Malaysians, you saw the 27,000. So from that alone, almost 600,000 ringgit from RM20, just small RM20 amounts. Tapi ada lagi yang bagi. Ada bagi RM1,000, ada bagi RM5,000, ada yang masuk cash transfer and dia tunjuk dia punya slip and tengok balance account dia pun tak berapa banyak. But dia bagi RM30 sumbangan kepada Parti Bersama. So these are the amazing stories. Sebab masalah di Malaysia selama ini, masalah utama daripada 1MDB sampailah mafia korporat ialah masalah political funding, political financing. There is no system. Kita ada, you have to submit the expenses of your perbelanjaan pilihan raya waktu kempen. Tetapi Rafizi is an accountant. This is the most amazing thing. Kalau dalam pilihan raya, you bagi saja penyata perbelanjaan. Tidak ada audit, tidak ada check. So you submit je. Pastikan it adds up. Parlimen RM200,000, DUN RM100,000. I can assure you 95% orang tak ikut pun. They spend more and there are so many loopholes. But the system is meant to fail. Then that's part waktu pilihan raya. Parti sendiri tidak ada had. You do not have to declare. You do not, and there's no limit kepada siapa yang kena bagi pada parti. Waktu pilihan raya, you will go to the hotel yang paling mewah, to the ballrooms, to the lounges. You akan tengok to the coffee houses. Banyak beg-beg akan bertukar tangan. And what will happen? Okay, seorang toke will say, okay, I want to give 1 million to party A, 1 million to party B, 1 million to party C because now Malaysia can change government. So apa-apa jadi, I can say I give you 1 million.
Yes.
Tetapi toke ni takut kena tangkap. Dia ada runner. Dia bagi dekat runner dia bag. Runner dia pergi ke hotel. Lepak dekat lounge. Jumpa dengan runner bagi YB atau parti politik. Tapi sebelum pergi, again because there's no system, runner tu ambil dulu duit minyak. Tapi duit minyak dia bukanlah RM50, RM100. Dia mungkin daripada 1 million dia ambil lah 100,000. Okay, no one is going to discuss, no one is going to check. I've given you 1 million, have you received it? Kan? Sampai jumpa runner YB. Runner YB pula dia kata, alah, dia pun nak tukar kereta juga tapi tak naklah RM100,000, dia nak RM200,000. Ambil RM200,000 sampai dekat YB dapat RM700,000. Calon. And then the calon will probably spend. Again, dia boleh spend. Dia nak spend RM700,000 ke boleh. Tidak, because there's no real limit under the law or under how it works. Tapi mungkin dia kata, alah, tak apalah, kita simpan lagi RM200,000, belanja saja RM500,000. And this is multiplied many times in the Malaysian system. Orang toke yang bagi 1 million ni will eventually come knocking the door. Dia mungkin tak sebutlah berapa banyak. But he will say that, remember I help you? I won this project. I won this contract. And that is how corruption happens in Malaysia. There are other ways, of course. Other ways was 1MDB. Itu duit kita, duit rakyat. But Parti Bersama kita tak mahu didanai oleh tokoh-tokoh korporat yang besar. Kita juga tidak mahu didanai oleh mafia, mahupun mafia korporat. Kita nak didanai oleh rakyat Malaysia yang biasa. And we have seen that it can happen before. Obama raised money from a lot of ordinary Americans in small amounts. Zohran Mamdani actually had to stop fundraising because he was getting so much of ordinary Americans, New Yorkers, who was giving him small amounts of money, but it was a lot of them that got energized to the point that he had to stop receiving donations. And he surprised everyone to win the New York mayoral elections. Jadi sebab itu saudara-saudara, yang saya nak tekankan di sini, nothing is impossible. Kalau Parti Bersama suatu hari ditakdirkan menang, or we are in a position to determine the government, we will demand that political financing and political funding be reformed to make it transparent and accountable to the people of Malaysia. Enough is enough. Sebab itu isu-isu yang sepatutnya basic, you bagi kat mana-mana student yang ambil public policy dekat universiti, dia tahu penyelesaian masalah ini. Tetapi sebab ada banyak pihak-pihak berkepentingan, vested interest, who have been funding our politics for so long, that has stopped reforms from happening in Malaysia. Worse still, when politicians do not want to do these reforms, then they will start to play the race card, the religious card, when it has nothing to do with race or religion, but it is only to perpetuate the vested interest. Itulah, that is in short, politik yang ada di Malaysia. Jadi mau atau tidak, kita kena buat perkara ni. Kalau kerajaan nak buat, dia boleh buat. And I'm sure, if you are really sincere, kerajaan boleh panggil pihak pembangkang and say, kita tahu, we don't know. Dalam politik Malaysia hari ini, and that's healthy, who's going to be government and who's going to be opposition is no longer a certain thing in Malaysia. So you should reform the system to make it fair for everyone. The problem is, masalahnya ialah semua merasakan dia akan ada kuasa sampai kiamat. Sampai mati. Itu orang politik semua nak berkuasa sampai dekat 100 tahun pun dia nak berkuasa juga. Dia tak rasa, dia tak fikir dia akan kalah. Dia lupa dulu dia pun pernah pembangkang. Imagine, program makan malam pada hari ini, patutnya saya dah happy nak buat dekat kawasan saya. Saya pernah buat fundraising zaman parti lama saya lah. Pernah buat dekat situ. Tapi tak dapat, tak lepas. Kita pindah ke satu lagi sekolah. Sekolah Cina juga. Itu yang kita buat zaman pembangkang, zaman Datuk Seri Najib. And no problem, we managed to do it. Tetapi under the Madani government, we were chased out. And we had to end up doing this dinner here. So I was half expecting coming here that the hall will be empty. Kita penting nak duit je, hall empty pun tak apalah. But thank God you guys came. But I believe that Rafizi and I made the right decision. If I can't imagine being part of a government that still cannot have that sense of fair play, that cannot allow a legitimate political party to do a simple fundraising dinner, just trying to raise funds for us to move. At the same time, in the past, Najib used to allow us to do it. The irony is lost. Bila kita sudah menang, kita lupa semua. All the things that we criticize in the past, we are repeating it using a different argument. Jadi saudara-saudari, Parti Bersama kita nak buat sesuatu yang baru. Success is not certain. I remember when Rafizi and I were discussing and Rafizi asked me, what do you think of this crazy idea? Do you think we can pull it off? I said, we don't know anything. Right? Kita tak tahu. Kalau Bosnia boleh kalahkan Itali nak masuk World Cup, anything can happen. But what is most important is that we try. We tried in the past 20 years back. when I ran for elections, no one knew me. I was much more good looking, but no one knew me. But people just wanted change. People just wanted something different. I remember a lot of people said, why are you so crazy to fight against UMNO? UMNO is not going to lose the elections. Selangor is an UMNO. Some people, those days, PKR baik dengan PAS, kan? So they said, why don't you go to Kelantan and contest? Because my parents are from Kelantan. But no, I said, I live in Selangor, I work in Selangor, I have a voluntary tuition project in Selangor. I want to contest in Selangor, in Sri Setia. So, 2008, from 2 opposition seats, we got 36. And we managed, at that time, to form the state government out of nothing. So nothing is impossible. The difference this time is that Rafizi and I, people know that we have the experience. People know that we've gone through a journey to reach here. And I think we want to learn from the mistakes that we made in the past and that we can offer something different. We hold on to our belief. Kami tak masuk parti lain. Macam buat parti, join another race-based party or whatever. We do not give up in the original idealism that brought us into the movement many, many years back. But we think that we need to do this with the younger generation. It may take time. Kalau setakat nak jadi menteri, Rafizi and I, we've been there, done that. But what is most important is that we offer hope to young Malaysians. We do not want them to give up on Malaysia. Kita tidak mahu anak-anak muda hilang kepercayaan terhadap Malaysia. Maka kita buat keputusan yang sukar ini. It has been a long journey. Within this 40 days it seems like a whole year, right? But I think that it is something that is really worth it, and we hope that with your support, and I have to warn you, this will not be our only fundraising dinner. We will have future fundraising dinners. What is most important, maybe there are times that you cannot give money or whatever, but we hope for your support and for your prayers all throughout our journey. Because this is a very important journey. What we can assure you is that we want to do things differently. Bukan setakat cakap, but kita nak buat benda dengan cara yang berbeza. Kita nak memberikan yang terbaik. You can see from the candidates that we put in Johor, in such a short span of time, 70 over people applied. And we managed to shortlist, I would say, very, very incredible. Saya rasa kalau banding dengan banyak parti-parti yang ada dekat Johor tu, Parti Bersama, we have the best quality of candidates. We pray for the best during the results for the elections. I don't know what will happen. We will try our best. But what we hope is that can be the launch pad to show what we can do in Negeri Sembilan, Melaka, and also the general election, the pilihan raya umum. Rafizi and I, insyaAllah, we are not in a rush. Time is sort of on our side lah. So if we can build this base, we can make major victories in certain pockets, then in the following 5 years, with the way we organize the party and all that, learning from the mistakes of the past, I think Bersama can make a big difference in Malaysian politics. And you can all be proud that you are part of this history, part of this process. So all that I can say is terima kasih banyak-banyak sebab percaya kepada projek gila ini, projek Parti Bersama. It is because of people like you that gives us strength to continue to do what we do, and hopefully we can push for reforms to live Malaysia better for our children. Terima kasih. 谢谢.